welcome to another edition of Fight Breakdown. On location today here at the Champion Fit Gym with none other than two-time world champion, James Leija. Jesse, welcome, man.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me. Thanks for being here.
All right. Hey, today we're going to be breaking down the Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia fight. How do you see that fight coming up?
It's a great fight. You got two guys that can not end the fight with one punch. Danny Garcia is probably the better boxer, the better technician as far as defense, and puts his combinations better. But I think Lamont Peterson has more power, and he's a little taller than him, so he'll be punching. They're almost the same height, but he just has a longer reach. He looks like he has a longer reach and knows how to use his jab well.
Do you think that fight is going to come down to the test of chins? Because if that's the case, I mean, Lamont Peterson's been down.
Yeah.
And Lamont Peterson, I mean, Danny Garcia's been hit by big punches.
Yeah, and he's, I don't know if he's ever been down. And he can take a punch really well.
He's been wrong.
And if it's a war of who has the best chins, I think Danny Garcia will win the fight. That's what's going to happen. Because they're going to hit each other. And it's who's going to take the big punch. Danny Garcia can crack. Lamont Peterson can crack. Who's going to be able to take the punch? That's a good question. That's the answer.
Yeah, and to me,
that's the question everybody wants to know.
To me, Danny Garcia has shown that he can adjust. Like when he fought Lucas Matisse.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people thought they were going to meet in the middle and they were going to crack. A lot of people thought Lucas Matisse was going to knock him out. Instead, Danny Garcia came out and was more of the boxer, counterpuncher, and you see what happened. He decision Matisse. Now, Danny Garcia is the undefeated fighter. He's 29-0, 17 knockouts. They both have the same amount of knockouts. But Lamont Peterson, to me, seems to have fought the better opposition, and he might be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I think he is bigger in that case. But Danny Garcia is a great fighter. He's just one of these guys that knows how to put things together. You hate to say he gets lucky in fights, but he does really well in big fights.
Yeah, a lot of people thought he got lucky against Amir Khan, but
he does well. I mean, I did see him lose when he was in Puerto Rico. The guy,
Herrera, Mauricio Herrera.
He lost that fight, and he got outboxed really bad in that fight. So you can be outboxed.
Yeah, and Mauricio Herrera.
And Lamont Peterson can box as well.
Yeah.
So it's and he has the height, a few inches on him, and he has a long reach. So it's gonna be an interesting fight, and Garcia's not gonna be. And Garcia, like you said earlier, he hasn't been the best at this heavier weight.
He hasn't, in the last couple of fights, he hasn't looked very good.
Yeah.
Like with Mauricio Herrera, and then with, what was the other one that he fought, his latest? Rod Silka, he knocked him out. That was his latest one. But this is already the second time he says he's going to move up to welterweight. Yeah. He's testing the water slowly. He's going up to 143, but he's not entirely committing. I guess he's trying. You think he's? I mean, like you, Jesse. In your career, when you moved up, did you move up fully a weight class, or did you ever skip a weight class? How did you feel?
I would go straight to 140, or that's the heaviest I fought. So either 135. Every once in a while you go 138, 139. It's a non-title fight. But there was title fights I went straight to 140, obviously. But he's testing his waters. He's not looking well, but he's a small guy. I mean, he may be tall or 5'8", but he's really,
probably a petite guy. He's a
real thin guy.
Yeah.
But he carries a lot of power in those hands, and he's a good fighter, great fighter. And it's a tough matchup. I have to go with Garcia only because in big fights he shows up.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Garcia as well, and I think because at some point or another they're going to engage, and I think Garcia's going to land, and I think he's going to hurt Peterson.
Yeah. And Garcia, like we said before, Garcia takes an incredible punch. I don't even know if I've ever seen him get hurt.
Khan's a big puncher. He landed on him. Lucas Matisse is a big puncher. Landed him. And that's what we were talking about. I think that ultimately that's going to be the difference is the chin, because I think they're going to engage. Yeah. And we hope they do.
But the bottom line, it's going to be a great fight, and I think both guys are going to be, maybe a knockout, it may not. It's going to be a great fight for the people, and I think I'm glad that these two guys are fighting. It's a great fight for the fans.
And this fight's going to be at the Barclays Center, New York. Make sure y'all tune in. Now, also on that undercard, we're going to have Peter Kid Chocolate Quillen against Andy Lee. Now, Andy Lee is here because of what he did in his last fight. Yeah. He came from nowhere, and he was down against Matt Korba, and came from nowhere and knocked him out.
There's Andy Lee. He's a guy that is not the best technician in boxing, but he stays in there, has a pretty good chin as well. And then he always has that Sunday punch. Yeah. You can always knock the fight in one punch, and he's been doing that 3 times. I think that he's done that in his career.
Durable. He's a durable guy.
He's behind in all the cards, and he comes back and knocks the guy out in the last couple of rounds, and that's one thing you always have. But Peter Quillen's a bad dude.
Yeah, Peter Quillen is good. I mean,
he's a real deal.
He's had a little bit of a layoff due to his advisor, of course, Al Heyman said, "Hey, let go of the middleweight title and just wait."
Yeah.
So they say.
And sometimes that hurts the fighter too, having a long layoff like that. And these guys become stagnant when they're in the gyms or not in the gym, and they just want to get back in the ring, and sometimes they get in there too soon without the proper preparations. Only because they've been away for a while, and let's see how this affects them.
Did you, in your career, ever have a layoff and then say, "Oh, I'm coming back"? Did you ever struggle, or did you always stay on point or in the gym per se, ready to fight?
Well, I was a gym rat, so I always stayed in the gym. The longest layoff I had because I tore an ankle when I had a fight, one of my defenses. I tore an ankle, so I stayed away 9 months, but I was in the gym, a month later, just working out and staying in the gym, not sparring or anything, but trying to do something, always staying busy. So you take completely off away from the gym, it's going to affect you.
And that fight is Saturday, April 11th, this Saturday. Mm-hmm. It's going to be on regular CBS. So make sure
it's a good fight for TV.
Yeah.
I like this. I like the CBS fights, and I think it's good for the boxing
championship boxing series.
Yeah, and it's good for the casual fan that doesn't follow boxing as well. They get to tune in and see, wow, this is what I'm missing.
Yeah, they're trying to bring that old school back.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's good. It's working. I mean,
it's good for
the ratings are good, and
good for the fighters.
Make sure y'all tune in. This is Alvin Baez with Jesse James Leija, 2-time world champion here at the Champion Fit Gym. Make sure y'all tune in Saturday. Thanks a lot.